Hi, welcome back, beautiful one. Yes, we are back. We are live for season 2 of Perfectly Posa podcast. I honestly cannot believe it. I'm stoked. And as you can see, you asked and I delivered. You asked for a visual podcast, and I thought to myself, why not give it to them? And yes, we're back. Visuals come around for season 2 of Perfectly Posa podcast. And let me tell you this, guys. When we were discussing about season 2 of Perfectly Posa podcast, I said to Cameron, I think I want to do a video. We got asked a lot the previous season for a video podcast, so why not do it? And I thought it was just going to be like bam, bam, bam. Boy, it wasn't. There's a lot that goes into this. Good. I'm such a perfectionist, so I felt like I needed everything to be in order. But along the way, I got to realize that no, you just have to start. And I say it a lot, you just have to start. But we always fall into the trap of not starting, right? But I just had to tell myself, we've got to fork all of this. Fork what's not ready, what's not there, what we don't have yet. Let's just do it. And then I sat down this morning and I'm recording and I'm here. Gosh, I missed you guys. See, I didn't realize how much you matter to me. Season 1 of Perfectly Posa podcast just became like my therapy session. I can tell you what's on my mind. And I miss that. I miss not having to be able to do that. So yes, I missed you. I miss knowing that I had people out there who could connect with what I was saying. And I'm super stoked to be back. Are you excited to have me in your screen, to put a face to the voice? So speaking of, what have you been up to? Let's catch up. Tell me. Of course, I'd like to know what I've been up to. But first of all, I'd like to hear, what have you been up to? Leave it in the comment section. What have I been up to? Let's start from there, right? Of course, life has to be lived. You cannot stop living. It doesn't stop for anyone to jump down from that wagon. You've got to live life. So yes, I've been living life. We'll start with work. Work has been good. Posa Gifts, Intimate Affairs by Posa. I've got like a new project I'm also working on. I haven't really said anything about that, so I'm just going to skip over it for now. Oh yes, work has been great. I added a side hustle. A side hustle where I had to report to someone. I had to be like kept in check. I have a target. I have a goal to reach every month. And I can tell you that had taken a lot of adjustment. I had to learn new styles, new ways. I had to create new routines for myself. But I feel like I'm getting the hang of that. Yeah, I feel like I'm getting the hang of that. Like, money has to be made, and whatever, we have to make money one way or the other, but preferably legit ways, baby, legit ways. And then we have life. Of course, I believe in life. If you know one thing about me, is that I'm going to live life. I might complain at certain times, but I am going to live life. So I've been living life. That's exactly what I've been doing. I've had ups, I've had downs, I've had days where it's extreme productivity, where it's joy, happiness, and I've also had days where it's down, where there's sadness, there's overwhelming feelings. But you know what? I've got to the point where I take those and I appreciate those days, and they're part of my makeup. It's part of what I'm supposed to deal with. So I barely complain these days. We've had weddings, new births, as well as death. Unfortunately, yes. During the break, I lost a close friend of mine, and it would be injustice for me to go about this episode without talking about it. I miss her. I lost a friend, and the reason I'm talking about it is that she was the first person that said to me, Posa, I think you should have a podcast. I feel like you have a voice, and I don't think that you're using it. A lot of times when I'm going through stuff, I know that if I can come to you, if I can get to talk to you, I would feel a little bit better, because you just know the right words, you just have the right things to say. And I remember when she first said this to me, I was like, what? Really? Are you really my friend? Like, you want to add to the things that I already have to deal with on a daily basis. I shut it down. This was last year. I shut it down. I was like, I'm not doing it. But I said it. I got to the point where, of course, I got to do it again. And it's all because of her. She put this idea in my head. She was the first person that told me that I had a voice and I could use it. And the funny thing is that today she's no more here. I'm not going to spend this time crying and wallowing because I had days. I literally took my days to do all of that. But instead, I'm just going to appreciate who she is, appreciate how she has set me on this journey, and I'm going to do my best to live up to whatever expectations she felt like this could lead. I feel like I'm going to keep doing my best to put out content, to talk about things, to relate to people, to grow a community in the way she felt like I could do it. So yeah, this is to you, Jennifer as CPK. I love you. I miss you. I wish that I had started the podcast when you said, so you could be a guest on the show or something. Well, you had to go. You left us, and so I'm not going to be sad. I'm just going to live in the memory. I'm going to bask in your memories. We had good ones, we had bad ones, but we had good ones. We definitely had good ones. So I love you. I miss you every day. I didn't know that would be possible, but I miss you every day. I just think about you at the randomest times, and I see something that reminds me of you. I will do my best to see this podcast as far as I can. So thank you for being on this earth. I look forward to seeing you in the next life. I believe we're going to cross paths again. I look forward to seeing you in the next life. I love you. Yes, so that's about it for catching up. I don't want to, dampen the mood. But we're going to just go right into our episode for today. It's the first episode, right? So I don't know if you're not aware yet, or you should be aware. You should be aware of the theme of the season. But if you're not, the theme of the season is cast. The theme word for the season is cast. Cast. Why cast, you may ask? So I was having a conversation with Ken some days. Of course, we've started planning. We've started discussing of some of the things we wanted to see on the podcast. But we didn't have a theme for it yet. We didn't have a title for it yet. And I remember saying to her days before that, I said, you know what, let's not even force it. It will come to us free course unhindered. We'll probably be having a discussion and we would we'll get to find out what the name is. So we're talking about things that were happening. She was talking to me about certain things that were happening in her life. Of course, I was sharing as well. And I remember saying to her that, you know what, I just feel like those people who are being casted, especially on the internet, in Nigerian vocabulary, cast means to be exposed. It means that your matter day for street. That's what it means. So I was telling her that, people who have been casted, people who their matters were out there, I feel like they live the best life. I feel like they are free from all sorts of expectations, because people just know that this is who they are and this is who they're going to continue to be. And I feel like they are the freest bird ever. And I was like, you know what? I think that's our authority for this season. It's cast season. I'm tired. I'm genuinely tired, and I'm fed up of not living to my truest potential, of people not living their true self, not because they don't want to do it, but because of they always wonder how would society see it, how will my parents see it, how will my siblings see it, how will my colleagues see it, how will my church members see it. And because of that, we have diluted human beings, people who are not living even up to 50% of their potential, just roaming around earth. And I'm tired of it. And I needed to jump out of the wagon. And that's what I'm going to do in this season. Season 2 of Perfectly Posa podcast is all about cast. What if I eat this? What if I live here? What if I live with this person? What if I date this person? What if I move on? What if I do this job? What if I live here? What if? I'm tired of what if, and I'm just going to be living. I'm just going to be doing my. I'm not going to be living on anyone's template anymore. So, are you ready? Are you ready for cast season? Are you ready to join my wagon? Are you ready to live true to who you say you are? Are you ready to let go of all the baggages, all the molds that you've been forced to live in for as long as you have been? Are you ready to do you? Are you ready to be with that man? Are you ready to be with that woman? Are you ready to leave that job that's got you mad? Are you ready to do you? Are you ready to move out of your parents' house? Are you ready to start speaking up? Are you ready to grow some balls? It's cast season, and once you're casted, you are free. And speaking about being free, about being myself and living my own life, my own template, I felt like last season, I just jumped into it. I just said talking because I was finding my voice. I was psyched to find my voice. But I felt like this season I could do something a little bit different. And I felt like you could get to know a little bit more before we get into the season 4 part. Nice, right? So yes, today I'm going to be sharing 7 interesting fun facts about me. Yes, I don't know that many people know this about me because you have to be like in my really close circle to know things like this. But I felt like, you guys deserve to know the things about me, so I'm just going to get into it. We're going to start with our first fun fact, number 1. I absolutely hate to make my hair. Yes. Don't get me wrong, I love everything glam. I love the makeup, I love the dress, I love beautiful hair, I love beautiful nails. But I hate the process. I hate the process in which they get done. Why must it be painful, and why must it take so long? Why must everything that has to do with a woman, that has to do with a woman, that pertains to a woman, be so long and difficult? But you know what? That conversation is not results. I love the end results. I just don't like the process of getting there. It's too stressful. It's too long. It's too painful, and I don't like to make my hair. Fun fact number 2, right? I cry. I cry a lot. I cry when I'm happy. I cry when I'm sad. I cry when I'm overwhelmed. I cry when I'm angry. Guys, don't take my crying when I'm angry for weakness, because I could be burning your house down and still be crying. It's just how I express myself. And I've come to the point where I don't have shame in that. In fact, when I stop crying on top of your matter, you don't matter anymore. Why should I waste my tears? I don't cry for people that do not matter at all. Like, I don't cry for people that do not matter. If I'm crying, it's because of the matter. So yeah, I could burn down your house and still cry. I cry a lot. There's no shame. Number 3, fun fact number 3. I read a novel every day. I feel sick when I don't read a book, because for me it's my escape route. When life becomes too much, is how I get relieved. I just like lose myself in one fantasy or the other. So yeah, I always read a book. I'm always reading a novel. Like, if you see me looking at my phone, 50% bet is that I'm reading a novel. Fun fact number 4. I love reality TV. See, I like to watch it and I want to be in it. Whatever type it is, be it Big Brother, be it Keeping Up with the Kardashians, be it Below the Mediterranean Sea, Ice and Coco, The Ultimate Search, anything, like really anything. I love the concept of it. I love the fact about putting people in front of the camera and then seeing whatever vision they start to give to you, and just learning from people's life. I always learn a lot of lessons. I learn a lot of lessons from watching TV shows, movies, reality TV is my thing. And watch out. one of these days I'm going to be on your screens. Yes, you heard it here first. Alright, let's see. Fun fact number 5. This is a little bit private. Not a lot of people know this about me, unless you live in my house or you're a very close friend to me. But I almost always dance in the first rain of every season. I feel like the gods are showering us with blessings because I know, it's springtime, you get to plant, things get to grow. Even though maybe at the middle of the season I'm going to hate the season because I'm tired, but I feel powerful, I feel energized, I feel ready for the season every time I take a bath. I take a dance. I don't just stand under it, I dance under it. It's like blessings from heaven and I feel powerful. So, number 5, I always dance in the first rain of the year. And then let's go to number 6. This is a little bit about my personality. One thing that people don't know is that I seek equal level of freedom and discipline. It's the bane of my existence. I want to be free as well as be disciplined. I don't know how to explain it. You have to see me, watch me, understand the way I live, to know that I've got a couple. The two of them find a way of living side by side in my life. It directs my life. It's the way I live my life. It's just who I am. I love freedom and discipline equally. I cannot do one without the other. That's number 6. And for the last one, guys, drum rolls. I feel like this is something that I've never really put in words. I have only mentioned this to one person in my entire life. And that's because I felt like it was a scary thing to say. It was maybe something that people use and point fingers at me, like, why would you say that? How can you say me like this? But at this point of my life where I truly know who I am and I'm not taking the back seat on any part of my life, I'm going to be voicing it out here for the first time. I am a seer. I see, I feel, I hear, I dream things before they happen. See, a couple of my friends, they know. I will just randomly call you. I've seen this, I've heard this. Over the years, it has grown to the point that I could be walking and see something that will happen 2 steps ahead. And I'm learning to come into this power. I'm learning to feel. Instead of fearing it and running away like I have done all these past years, I'm trying to come into it. I'm trying to learn about it. I'm trying to live in it and trying to use it. I mean, it's a gift, right? So I have to find a way to use it. And that's it. That's 7 facts you didn't know about me today. I hope this was interesting. And I'd love to know something about you. Just tell me what, okay? In the comment section. That's 3 things I've asked now, right? 2 things. How have you been? And tell me some interesting facts about you. I would love to know it. And maybe, who knows, I will read it on here on the platform. Speaking of reading on here on the platform, I remember season 1, I talked about leaving your reviews. Tell me what you think about the podcast, give me your ideas and all of that. And I felt like, I said I was going to read this one out here, and maybe I didn't do that in the previous season, but I'm going to do that now. I got some beautiful reviews that just, it made it easy, no matter the stress that I went through in giving you season 2. It really made it easy for me to come and do this in front of you. So I picked out a few that I'm going to be reading to you today. A few, these are like my absolute favorites. And I'm going to be giving a shout out. I'm just going to be reading the review. I'm going to be mentioning the names of these people. So we can all begin to know ourselves, We begin to share our communities, begin to know who is also listening to Perfectly Posa podcast. I'll start with the first one. This is from Mabel. She says, I have to confess that I have listened to some episodes that gave me comfort and reassurance. I even shared with my cousin who suffers from depression to listen. And she says it comforts her and she says it comforts her. I think that's the reason. That's one of the main reasons right there that I decided to start this podcast. It comforts me, and I'm always glad when it comforts another person outside. She also went on to say, I don't comment because I don't know how to on Apple Podcasts, but I sure know that you letting yourself be vulnerable and honest has helped me and many others to just know we can fall, but the choice to stay fallen, broken is solely ours. I'm excited and looking forward to season 2. But we'll keep replaying season 1 till then. More grace based. I saw the shout out. I almost thought you forgot about me. Like, that was really good, guys. Thank you so much, Miguel. Just gave me chills. I mean, all of them do give me chills if I'm being honest. But thank you for taking out the time and writing all of it, especially because I know you don't like to write and you don't like to chat. So thank you very much. The other one that I'm going to be reading here today is from Ray. Ray says, your podcast is so nice. I'm listening to saying you are fine and meaning it. And I love the background sound, the words, your soothing voice, the emotions I can hear in your voice. This episode is making me all emotional, and I feel you. I hear you. That's what I want to hear. I hear you. I'm glad that you are hearing me. She also went on to say, until we heal ourselves, how can we heal the world without us? How? It's not possible. It starts with you first. She said, I needed to hear everything you said. Thank you, Posa. Thank you, Posa. Thank you, Ray. Thank you so much, Ray. This meant so much. You took out time, and you told me what episode you were listening to. You heard what I was talking about, and I love you. I just want to say thank you. Thank you for taking out time. Thank you for giving me this review. It gave me the ginger to do more. Thank you. And I'm going to be reading another one. Let's see. This one wasn't from the person directly. Apparently, she shared the link to someone else, and this person forwarded her reviews or his review, I'm not sure. And he says, geez, the podcast is powerful. Thanks for posting the link. To think I've been so down these past few weeks. I'm enjoying the podcast. Guys, see, this person doesn't know me. The person doesn't know me. Like, when I read this one, I was like, what? Wow, seriously? Someone got that? Thank you. Keep listening, and you can always reach out. Let me know if you have something you want to hear, you think you can share. Alright, I love you. Alright, so let's take another one. So this one is on the playlist. Do you guys remember we had a playlist in during the Valentine's season? And it says, true, it's not easy to gift someone something. Yes, I have listened to that point. We'll still send this message on your YouTube. Yes, guys, please leave the message on YouTube. Sometimes people just come into my DM and you will leave the messages in my DM. Please, leave it on YouTube as well. Leave it in the comments, okay? Other people need to hear, and your reviews will let the message spread. Thank you. She says, now this is about the playlist. She says, I fucking love you. You picked my song as the first on the list. Now I knew I matter. Thank you. God bless you for making me feel like I matter. See guys, you matter. You would always matter to me. I would always care about your feelings. Because I understand what it means for not to have anyone who does that. So I would always care, and I would always want you to be fine. And I mean it. When you say you are fine, and I want you to mean it. So I've got you back. Okay? I've got you back. I'm here. I'm back. Alright then, I think we can take one more or two. Let's see. It says, this one posted it on her status. I saw it on the person's status and I screenshot it. It's from Swantata. She says, I love to listen at night. So I would usually start from the very first podcast to the last. And this is a lot. I don't even do that. Like, I start all the time from the first. Jesus. Said, listen to a God speak. When I tell you her voice is like ASMR, it really is. Listen to God speak. My God. Thank you so much, Swan. Thank you. It's amazing to always see you share. Like, this guy is like the brand ambassador for this podcast. I didn't even see anything. Just randomly. Sometimes I didn't even see it on her status. Well, thank you. Okay, one more. Again, this person posted it on her status. Just to tell you that I'm watching, I'm seeing it, and I would get it. I'll be reading it here. So if you want to hear your name on here as well, please leave a review. But this is the last one I'm going to take for today, and this is from Esther Abaza, my baby girl. She says, I know you people will say I like supporting my friends. Very true. But have you really sat down and listened to Perfectly Posa podcast though? Boy, oh boy. Barbie, I can say I have watched you grow. There have never been any time I have been more proud of everything you ventured to than right now. This is really good. Keep up the good work, hon. It keeps me on my toes wanting more. And like, is that all? Okay, next week. Or I go back to the previous episode. Simply put, it's amazing and you are brilliant. Oh, guys. Woo. That one was powerful, guys. Thank you so much. Thank you so much, Esther. See, your reviews matter to me. They keep me on my toes as well. They let me know if I'm doing something. I remember one of the reviews I got the first time. She said to me, your voice is not as loud as it could be. I want you to do something about that. Talk better. Speak louder. And I worked on that too. Both constructive ones. I remember when I first told Swantha that I wanted to do a podcast, she said, my only question is, are you going to be able to keep up? See, I don't always get all the good reviews. I get constructive criticisms and I appreciate those as well. This is a new season and I would love for you to keep sending me your comments, your reviews, rate the show so other people can get to hear about it as well. So guys, I think we can stop here for today. You've seen my face. You know that I am back. I know that we're getting hot this season. We are in a new light, a new dimension, a new way of doing things. There's no slowing down. There's no taking back steps. Forward only. Backward never. It's time to come out of those shells. It's time to break those molds. It's time to do reading. The world is changing. People are getting woke. People are awakening. You have got to pick your path. You have got to understand what you have been put on this earth for. What is your purpose? As it aligns to who you are, no one else's expectations, no one else's templates is yours. It's always about you. And when I mean about you, not in a selfish way, but in the best way, that you know that every day you wake up, you are living at your highest capability, at your highest vibration. So, I'm going to stop here for today. This is just episode 1. Episode 2, episode 3, they're all coming. And you know what, in this season, we're going to be having guests. In case you don't already know, it's on my social platforms. If you are interested in being an e-guest on this season, please send me a message. You can send me a message on Instagram at Posa_Herself or here on YouTube as well. Or you can send me a voice message using Anchor. I'd love to hear you. I'd love to hear the topics you think would be perfect for this show. It's you and I we're both doing it. It's a partnership, okay? It's a partnership. So I want to hear you. I want to know you. Send me a message. Send me your suggestions. I'll be incorporating all of that in this season. So guys, are you ready? Are you ready? I look forward to seeing you again next week, Thursday, as always. But until then, keep being perfectly you.